Hello everybody, I just wanted to talk about this new plane that I just got. It's not actually new. I got it as a demo plane down at Joe Nall when I was at that event, and it's usually around 120 bucks, and I got it for $60 and it was all put together. So that was kind of handy. I didn't have to do the build, but I did need to do the setup, and I kind of got that wrong when I was at Joe Nall, and it resulted in a short half turn around the lake and then a crash into the ground at the shore, and I kind of messed up the nose and I had to go ahead and repair the nose. But while I was doing that, I also brought up the manual once I got home and looked at the manual about how to properly set it up. And now that I've got it set up right, we're going to take it out at the float and fly and try it out at the lake and see how it works now. And I'll discuss some of the things I did to it to actually make it fly better, and we'll get into that soon. I got it for 60 bucks down at Joe Nall from HobbyKing, and I didn't have it set up right and I crashed it the first time. So I'm going to try it again.
I like that engine up so high. I like that. I'd like to talk to you about your timber when you come back.
All right. Okay. I don't have a timber though. I have a.
Is this your plane?
No, no.
Oh.
I've got a Tundra.
Oh.
I'll bring that out later. It's similar.
Okay.
All right. No problem. Until I fly, then it might be a problem. Might crash it.
You ain't got a fish. It took my word.
I don't know what it's going to do. I guess it's... Oh! Whoa, that... It's like it was glued to the water.
Well, it come up, didn't it?
It's flying though, anyway.
Yes, you done good.
Wow, that thing's fast.
Yes, it is.
It's HobbyKing Skipper. Got it for $60 at Joe Nall. It was a demo, and they were selling stuff off. So I said, well, I'll give it a try.
Well, that's good. Well, you're flying it good anyway.
Well, first time was terrible.
Does it have safe on it?
No, it doesn't have any gyros or safe technology.
Oh, that's what we're still in.
Had a crash by now.
Now, some people were asking me, does this thing have stabilization, some kind of like AS3X or safe technology or something? No, it does not have that. All that's in here is just the ESC and the receiver, and of course the battery, and that's all that's in there. So it's up to the pilot to fly it, but as you saw, it does fly pretty good. There's just a little issue when it takes up off the water. Usually it results in you have to making a long run to get up to speed and then pull full up elevator, and it just kind of finally pops off the water, and a couple times I almost went vertical and had to push down elevator to level it off again. Maybe that's just me, but some people were saying that that is common for this type of plane. I have seen a video where they did better than that. Maybe you just don't give it as much elevator, I don't know. But I did notice it did that. Didn't want to lift off right away.
Yeah, you didn't run it on the water that much intentionally?
No, I was trying to lift off. You know, I was giving it full elevator and it just wouldn't come up.
It doesn't sit very high on the water. It sits really low.
No, it was like, it was down. Maybe the step is the problem, you know. Sometimes if the step isn't high enough, you know, that little underneath the hull, there's a step on, supposed to be at the center of gravity.
It would probably take off if you threw it too.
Well, it might be that I have the battery too far forward.
Yeah.
And that would do it. The batteries for this thing don't need to be huge. I tried a 2200 milliamp hour 3-cell, and that was kind of heavy for it. I've kind of settled on either a 1500, like this one right here, 1500 3-cell, or a 1300 3-cell. Either one of these works great. This is a graphene model right here, which you can draw down the voltage a little further than your normal LiPo. So I kind of use this one quite a bit. It's a good one. So for this plane, that's what I chose to use. So I put the battery back about 3/4 of an inch from the line right there, but it's pretty forgiving. I've had it all the way up to the line right on the front of the wood right there, or back. And when you buy it, you'll find out there is a line on this wood already included.
How much do you pay attention to that center of gravity?
Quite a bit.
We don't know too much
Well,
about
see,
that.
we're still using the gyros. It kind of compensates. Boy, if you don't have the gyros, I hear it's got to be perfect.
Let's see if I can just...
You'll make a beautiful line.
Yeah.
And you can slide
That's why they call it the Skipper, I guess.
Doing good. Uh-huh.
Now, does the rudder work?
Well, if it don't, you can take it back off and fly it over here.
Well, I don't know if I can. Let's see. There, ooh, did the same thing again. Yeah.
Jumps up.
I think it's sitting too close in the water. It can't get any air
You
under
go
the wing.
somewhere else and fish. Don't be fishing right here with planes and boats.
Yeah, I think that battery is way too far forward.
Don't be fishing here.
That's a really good. You made a good buy.
Yeah.
Don't hit the dock.
Quiet.
This Delta wings are just so fast. Good one.
Now,
Yeah, it's working.
yeah, it's coming around slowly. Well, see, you get there and it don't want to come around. I don't know why. Oh, I guess you got to run low throttle.
Yeah. See it.
High throttle, it won't turn. It just wants to go straight.
That's probably a good idea on the takeoff.
Okay, so one thing I noticed when I was in the water, that the rudder would work best at low throttle. So as long as you're traveling along at low throttle, everything was fine. But if you tried to turn at high throttle, because it would get up on the step, it would kind of pull this rudder out of the water because you're on this step right here.
Catch a wing usually.
See how low it is in the water?
Yeah, it's probably got water inside it by now. They make you they have a balloon that comes with it that you put the receiver in. See that rudder? I get it right there, I can reach it maybe. Let's see how much water's in it. Huh? Looks alright. Looks alright right now. Don't see any water in there. I'm surprised. I just wanted to show you the receiver. Now I've got a FreeSky receiver in here right now. The kit comes with a balloon that you can put over the receiver. I went ahead and poked a couple holes through here to get my antennas through, which I don't know if they recommend that, but I went ahead and did it. And then all the other cables come out the back of the balloon and a tie wrap. That keeps the water off it pretty well. Of course, if it's underwater completely, it might get wet anyhow, but at least that gives you some protection. Again, the hatch is held on by a magnet. There's nothing on the bottom except this is where the CG is right here, just back from the step. Oh, maybe, I'd say about 1/2 inch back from the step. And I've laminated the bottom with laminating film, which is quite common to put film on it. And this is the 1.7 mil lamination film. I think you could use the 3 mil as well. Alright, so now I want to show you the deflection, so I'm going to turn it around. This is deflection on the ailerons. Very little deflection, so you're kind of setting it up like a jet. And that was one of my main problems when I first flew at Joe Nall. I had way too much deflection, and it was kind of squirrely. I'd say that's about 1/4 inch each way. maybe a 1/2 inch altogether. Because if you don't dial it down, it's going to get very squirrely. 40%, that's for the travel up and down. And then I've got Expo 40%. So I've got 40-40 on those ailerons. I found that works great for me. Now on the elevator, plenty of deflection. You want pretty much all you can get there. Just go 100% on that. Plenty of throw on the rudder. Okay, so I'm going to try the Skipper again. This time I've moved the battery back a little bit because I felt like it was a little nose heavy. Didn't want to take off the water. It's slow to come up off the water, so I've got it moved back. Looks like about 3/4 of an inch. Just going to give it a try like that. Okay, it's a little bit windier this time. That's the biggest difference in the battery.
Is that the small Skipper or is that the size of it?
That's the standard HobbyKing.
Skipper XL, don't they?
Yeah, that's not an XL.
Okay.
That's just a regular
I hadn't seen one in
Skipper doodle.
operation. I think I got an XL when I sold it to a school. Yeah.
See if it does any better this time. Still wants to stick to the water. I moved the battery back about 3/4 of an inch.
That'll do it. The stiction will get you in the water. It's weird. And then when you do finally get off, boom, they'll take off.
Yeah, that's what it's doing.
That's what they'll always do.
Oh, okay, so that's normal.
It's not unheard of. I mean, the sea winds are known for that too. You just got to point them straight and get it going, and then sometimes you got to hop it almost to get it to come off the water. You got it down and up a couple times. Come on, man.
It's got glue on the bottom, I think.
Yeah.
Water glue.
Stiction will get you, man.
It doesn't want to land. Wants to keep going. I was going to try to land it in front of me, but it glides really good. I also had too much deflection in the ailerons. I had to take that out. It's almost set up like a jet where it hardly has any deflection.
Yeah.
A lot in the elevator, but none in the ailerons.
You never given a slow down.
I'm going to go ahead and see if I can land it. Cut the throttle early here. Still going to be pretty far away, but it landed.
That's a landing. It counts.
I learned that you got to hardly give it any throttle to make it turn in the water.
Oh, really?
If I give it a lot of throttle and try to turn it, it just wants to go straight. It doesn't want to come around too good.
Is that just a 2200 battery?
Yeah, 2200 3. Well, no, excuse me. It's only a 1300 3 cell.
Okay.
I had a 22 in it, and that's about the max. It was way too heavy. So
It's much better with the 13.
yeah, I think so. I think it's unnecessary to have that big a battery in it, unless you just want to fly a long, long time.
Well, that's like at Polaris. I've got a 2200 I fly in it, but my better batteries are 3300, so I've been flying that.
Let me get down here, and then I'll turn around, and maybe you can photograph that weird, you know, where it sticks to the water.
Yeah.
See if I'm trying to get it steered around here. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
It didn't want to come up, see? And I didn't want to risk the dock.
Yeah, you were getting really close.
If I'd been out another 5 feet, I
Looks
could.
like it's
Let's do it again. Ready? Here we go. Full elevator.
Really?
There we go. Whoa! See that was stuck?
Yeah.
So all I know is give it more elevator. Put more deflection
yeah, but
on
then
it.
by the time it pulls loose,
It's really
going
gonna.
straight up by the time it breaks free.
Yeah.
That's the bad thing.
Some characteristic of it isn't quite right.
And you move the battery forward.
I had it forward and I moved it back to try to get lighter in the nose. So it's lighter in the nose. I moved it back 3/4 of an inch from where the recommended position is.
I think maybe it's too far back? I mean, did it seem, is it any worse now with the battery that far back as far as take off? Or did it change?
It didn't change any. It's definitely lighter in the nose, but it still sticks to the water. I think it just doesn't have enough step on it with the design.
I don't know which one mine is bad.
All right, I'm gonna.
Yeah, I like that.
This thing's slow.
Throttle is off. There we go.
There you go.
That was the best landing yet. Maybe I ought to quit while I'm ahead.
That's a no wake zone, Danny. This is a runway here, buddy. Got airplanes trying to taxi in.
Oh, okay. I didn't have the controls.
Yeah, I didn't yell landing or anything. My fault. Flies great, except it doesn't want to come out of the water. The ESC gets kind of warm. Nothing to worry about. So there's the battery I used right there. It's a graphene. You can drag them down a little lower than the normal lipos, but that's it.